People will gather in Green Bay this weekend for the Cellcom Marathon events, and Angela Kelly joins us live from along the race route this morning. Hi, Ange.
Hi, Pete. Good morning, everyone. We're joining you live from along Potts Avenue. This is the point at the race where the half marathoners and the marathoners will have only 1 mile left to go before they reach the finish line and get one of these well-deserved medals. However, you may recall from last year's race that not everyone got a chance to finish. It was very, very hot and humid at the start of the race, and it continued. It put runners in a dangerous position, and organizers were forced to cancel the race. Fortunately, this year, it looks like, as you all have been forecasting, Pete and Doug, this morning, that the temperatures for racing this year are going to be much, much better. And joining us this morning is Mike Lemire. He is a trainer for Prevea. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
One thing that runners might be concerned about this year is that we've had a really cold and long winter, spring. They've been training in the cold, now they're running in the warm.
Well, usually with the training and with the weather, it usually takes about 2 weeks to get used to this warm weather. We've had some nice days coming out the last couple of weeks, so I think people have been adjusting to it very nicely.
What about the medical stations and the water stations along the course?
We're going to have 20 water stations out there. We're going to have water and Gatorade at each one. So make sure, they are staying hydrated. But again, don't try to change anything. I think the biggest thing that runners really need to realize is that don't change your game plan. You've been working for 5 months now to get your plan together. And with the warm weather, yeah, you might take a little bit more, maybe 1 or 2 cups more. But again, don't overdo it. With 20 water stations, that's a lot of water stations. So you don't need to stop at each one. And that's really important because you can overhydrate. And overhydration can also lead to problems too. But again, we want to make sure that you stay hydrated, but stick to your plan that you've been setting. So if you have been running and you've been taking water every 2 to 3 miles, continue that plan. Don't overdo it, because again, people start panicking on warm weather days, and we don't want anybody to do that. Also, make sure that you are wearing light and loose clothing. A lot of people tend to overdress because it's a little bit cooler at the start line. Don't do that. Make sure you're staying nice and light and loose with those clothing to make sure you are comfortable throughout the whole race.
Yeah, once you get moving, you're warm.
You warm up quickly.
You definitely do. And the cool thing is they're having a health and fitness expo and forums all weekend leading up to Sunday, right here at Lambeau Field inside the atrium. So they'll have experts on hand to answer any of those questions you might have about, running in this type of weather, or certain routes, stops along the course. Any questions you might have, check out some of those expos and forums at Lambeau this weekend. Now, you know that we are going to be covering it like crazy on Good Day Wisconsin. On Sunday, we'll have a live reporter out here covering the race. So make sure to tune into Good Day Wisconsin both Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 9 a.m. Back to you.
Thanks, Ange.